7:36. And this time of the day, I know you got to hit the right buttons, Pete.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hear a lot of music, but I do not hear you.
Right. I'm like, why is this not working? So you gotta hit the right buttons on a Tuesday morning. 7:37. We got some clouds and things. You even saying a chance of rain tonight, possibly.
That's what I heard later tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that won't affect anything that you do on the construction side of things, the road construction. Of course, we get the Iowa DOT update brought to you by Mason City All Risk Insurance, and Pete joins us every Tuesday. You know, if there's ever a day that you're gone, Pete, is there anybody that can fill in for you?
There is, but I'm not sure they would want to.
Oh, yeah, they've heard us talking.
Yeah, I think your reputation has scared them away.
Maybe Chuck would be a good guy to get on there.
Oh, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, he'd be like, "I'm too busy."
Yep,
getting these.
He's boots on the ground. He's out making sure things are getting done so we can get everything open.
Yeah, I say that because I know he listens he says, I listen to you and Pete every Tuesday.
Yep.
He said, why? You already know what's going on.
Exactly. he's here for the entertainment.
Right. So what is going on with the road construction? How are things? Are we still on schedule with a lot of these, or?
We are. We're hoping to. Well, first of all, we talked about last Tuesday the bridge or the box culvert that we put in on Iowa 9 by Fertile. We're hoping to have the road open by Friday, and that did happen. So Iowa 9 is open, as everybody who travels that on a daily basis, I'm sure, is well aware. So thank everybody for their patience on that, and got it open and let traffic be moving through there. The other big one, obviously, is the Floyd Interchange project. The asphalt shoulders are going in, street lighting's being worked on. All the paving on the main line is done, including the turn lanes and the off ramps. There's a lot of dirt work to be done. There's still a lot of paving that needs to be done north of the interchange on US 218 going through Floyd. So we're checking things off, but there's still things that need to get done. And one of the things that needs to get done is some dirt work. And we need dry weather for that. So hopefully the weather holds for us, and we are still shooting to have that thing open by Thanksgiving. So obviously every week that goes by, we'll have a better idea if that's going to happen or not. But as of today, that is still the goal. So we'll keep pushing forward, and we'll keep you updated. The deck overlay on Iowa 9 at New Haven, unfortunately, that got pushed back to opening up on November 20th. So it's still going to be the temporary traffic signals there for a few more days, but again, we'll keep you updated. Right now, it's looking like November 20th. The asphalt work in Hancock County by Britt and then by Gardner, all the paving is done. The contractor has pulled off for this week. They have some other places to be, but they will be back. They have to do rumble strips yet. They have to do some pavement markings. So there'll still be some work going on there again, probably until Thanksgiving. And then the Iowa 3 project between I-35 and Hampton has started. They are going to be doing the widening of the roadway this year. They're putting in 6-foot asphalt shoulders. So they want to get that done this year before winter, and then they'll be back in the spring to do the asphalt resurfacing work. So that will probably wrap up, not this week, but maybe the following week. And that's kind of wraps it up for what we've got going on this year.
You know, some people that do some travel, and how far, when we're talking about these reports, Pete, how far west are we talking, and how far east are we talking when you're giving? Because, you know, obviously there's things going on in Okoboji, Arnold's Park on Highway 71
right.
down, and I know that because I'm over there, a couple times a month.
Yep. What I kind of do, Jay, is I kind of tailor it to what your listening area is. So kind of from Britt, Algona area, all the way east to, I guess, probably the Charles City area. Then obviously north to the border and south to Hampton. So
sure.
If there's others, that we're missing. Now, again, the one you mentioned in Okoboji, that's in a different district. That's District 3. Obviously, I could get information for that. But again, that's where the 511ia.org comes in handy, because all that stuff is listed there as far as what kind of traffic restrictions there are, the end dates and things like that. So That's your best resource if you're looking to travel, any distance away from the Mason City area.
That's a way for Pete to plug that, baby. Plugging
Hey,
Pete. He's plugging
we-
Pete. This is the 511 app.
I think it's called a Segway, isn't that right?
Right, yeah, that's what they call it on TV and radio too.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, how do you segue into this? Because this was quite the shocker of a weekend. Believe it or not, Pete, I had one beer watching this game.
It's so funny. When the game was going on, I actually said to my wife, I said, I wonder how many beers Jay's had at this point.
I was so mad, Pete. I didn't want to even get started at the
I
beginning.
don't know if I've ever seen anything like that ever in my life. It's
I
just,
know.
For a rookie quarterback to play, fairly well for, I can't remember what it was. Was it a quarter and a half?
Yeah, quarter and a half or so.
Yeah. And then for Dobbs to have to come in with literally no practice with the, with the first team whatsoever. One of the most amazing things is I'm not sure if you've seen the video or not, one of the Minneapolis TV stations caught them on the sidelines after Hall got hurt and Atlanta had the ball. It was Dobbs and Bradbury, the center, and then the offensive line was all standing around them, and he was taking snaps, and they were there listening to his cadence so they knew what to expect when he was calling signals, because they'd never heard him call signals before. They didn't know what to expect. They didn't know how to, when to react and everything. It's beyond. And then I heard that when they were giving him the plays in the helmet, he, whatever they got the plays called, purple slant X 32 right.
Right.
O'Connell was explaining the plays to him
Right.
through the headset. It wasn't calling him the regular way. It was like, all right, Osborne's going to be running across the middle. You're going to have Addison streaking down the sidelines, and
And
if
Dobbs
they're
is
not
going,
open, Madison will be open in the flat.
yeah. In the meantime, Dobbs is going, who's that guy?
Right? Yeah,
Just
he
give me a
didn't even know
number.
he didn't even know their names.
I
Yes.
know, yeah, you're gonna throw it to number 17. He's gonna go down about 20 yards and make a button hook, and then he's gonna,
Yeah, no, it was incredible. When I thought it was amazing that he kept them in the game, and then when he puts together a last minute drive to win it,
right.
it's just amazing.
Well, think of what he did. Look how much he improved, because he did the last minute drive, like you said. But at the beginning, this is when I got really upset, Pete, is when he got a safety.
Yeah.
It was like 5-3, and I'm going, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, I'm not even going to get up and go to the fridge.
Yep, he had the safety, and he lost at least one fumble.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting. I think it was Mark Schlereth was doing the game, how he said that's one thing with backup quarterbacks is they don't have the ball security.
Right.
And I thought that was really interesting, and it actually played out that way. But he definitely shored things up, and we'll see. So many of those things, he was out there. He wasn't thinking. He was just out there reacting.
Well, he's a rocket scientist too.
He is a rocket scientist,
an aerospace engineer or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And 4.0.
Yeah, exactly. He's a pretty impressive person, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting now if he gets a week under him, if he's going to go out there and if he starts thinking too much instead of just reacting, or if he can find the happy medium. And I'm sure the crowd's going to be behind him come Sunday.
Oh, I'm sure, because who knows how long Hall's out. I haven't heard any reports on that. There's our backup quarterback who went in for the injured Kirk Cousins, who did an Achilles, and he's been in surgery. And now how long is he going to be recuperating? No idea, unless he talks to Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Cousins is out for the entire year. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
And now Cam Akers is out for the entire year with an Achilles.
And he was our backup quarterback to Dobbs if he goes out.
Right, exactly. Osborne is in concussion protocol. Jaron Hall's in concussion protocol. So, yeah, there's kind of a purple mash unit up there.
Yeah. We're a mutt again.
Oh, yeah. We'll see. They seem to put a team out there, and we'll sure be sitting on the couch cheering, or recliner, or wherever.
Yeah. Was Cousins at the game? I didn't even see it. Was Cousins at the game?
No, I'm guessing he can't travel yet since he just had surgery.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Big weekend this weekend, though. Minnesota Vikings and New Orleans Saints.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's going to be a good one.
Got a local connection, too, with the Mr. Penning playing up in the Dome.
Yeah. Well, we won't root too much for him if we want to win the Vikings. I mean, you got to root for him, but not the Saints.
I hope he has a great game,
Right.
but the Saints offense does nothing.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I hope he has a perfect day on the line, opens holes on his side, doesn't allow a sack, and the rest of the team can just not do anything.
Right. Exactly. Just let our defense in.
There you go.
Yeah. on the opposite side of where he's at.
Correct.
That way he looks good yet.
No, he's playing well from what I understand.
Yeah. But it's fun to talk about that because, he come from Newman High School, and played at UNI and now look where he's at.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome story. It's really fun to see a local player do something like that. And hopefully there'll be more to come.
Right. It's so funny to see pictures though, because him and his brother just tower over his mom.
Yeah, they do.
Teresa's like 5'1". He's like 6'10".
Yep. Yeah, no, there's definitely a size difference there.
Yeah, I wonder what their born weight was.
And I wonder how big of a meal she had to cook through high school and college.
Oh my goodness!
I suppose college they got most of it taken care of at UNI, but I'm sure they had some pretty good appetites.
I bet they used more than one punch on their lunch card.
Probably.
But yeah, it's just amazing how big these guys get.
Yeah, it is incredible. And not just their size, but with a lot of times with that size comes strength, but you've obviously got to work on it. But
Right.
The thing that blows me away is the speed and agility they have to be that size. I mean, it is so incredible and so impressive. And sure, some of that might be natural, but natural ability does not get you to the NFL. That's putting in the work. That's being aggressive, and that's having the ambition, and that's, like I said, that's really impressive, and it's fun to watch him have success.
But just imagine trying to get that body mass, that massive body to start rolling. I mean, you can't stop. It's like having a semi fully loaded. You're gonna feel that one.
You can't tap the brakes to stop.
No, you can't. And man, I would not want him to hit me.
Nope, not whatsoever.
just thinking about it, I can hear the bones cracking.
Yeah, I can feel them cracking.
Right. Speaking of that, Hockenson got hit in the ribs there this past weekend too, and doing a big catch that Dobbs left him out high and dry, but that's all right. But I mean, well, he's new, Dobbs,
right.
But bad for Hockenson. I haven't heard any injury report with him if he's doing okay with the ribs or not.
I saw something, and I think I can't remember what it was, if he was limited in practice or they didn't expect him to practice for a day or two. But I think they're pretty optimistic that he'll be ready by Sunday. But yeah, he did take some shots, and that is another thing that I don't think people realize. If they say, well, quarterback threw it behind the wide receiver. Well, he may have done that on purpose, because if he threw it in front of the wide receiver, that safety coming across the middle is going to blow him up.
Right.
So a lot of those things are done to protect people and give them the best opportunity to make a play.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what comes up on Sunday.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, the ebb and flow. After Kirk Cousins' injury, not everybody, a lot of people were saying, nope, it's done, it's over. It's time to just tank for a draft pick. I know I wasn't going to call you out, but
if you're watching the video, you'd see exactly what I was doing.
But now everybody's all excited again, and it's just part of the game. There's the long season. There's a lot of things that happen, and it's a roller coaster, that's for sure.
Oh, every single week. I'm telling you, now's the time to get it. This is when you want to invest in beer sales, because it's going to be going up for the Minnesota Midwest people.
Oh, Jay, there's other ways to cope.
Well, I got a football that I have too, so you got to be careful if that starts to fly around a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like you need a padded room.
I'm in one all day.
Yeah, well, you just let that sink in.
Well, there's a reason they keep me around. Hey, it's for his own safety.
There you
go. But I don't watch football in public, Pete. You know that. But the only time that I do, now that we started doing this Shim Shed thing giveaway,
sure,
the sports page on Sunday. So I always have a football with me, and I'm pacing all around watching the game, and then and every now and then it gets thrown.
Yeah.
So
at least you have an outlet.
Right. Yeah. I got to do that outside. The wife no longer allows me to do that inside.
I don't think I blame her.
Right. Oh, we'll see what happens. I wish we did this later in the week so we could do like picks.
Yeah.
Pete's picks or P&J's picks, PJ picks. There we go. Something like that.
It's just talk it through. You'll get there.
Well, eventually, yeah, you bet. Nothing like doing it on live radio.
Right.
Pete, have yourself a wonderful week. All right.
All right. You do the same, Jay.
That's the good stuff.